Hello everyone, and welcome back for, I believe it's part 3, is it now, of Broken Sword 5, the Serpent's Curse, currently the last one in the Broken Sword series. And the original home of... Now, we left it last week. We had... we'd left it, we were in London. What's that there? Yeah, I completely agree, Chrissy. We could speedrun it. Oh, speaking of speedruns, just for the comedy value, would you be interested in a Simon the Sorcerer speedrun? It would be completely pointless. It would skip all the dialogue, every single cutscenes, just for the sheer ridiculousness of getting from start to end of the game in less than an hour and a half. There would be no story elements. We would get nothing technically from it, but I think just for a giggle, it would be something to do one night. Because there's actually a few times after we've streamed, I've actually played. I fire up Simon the Sorcerer. That's how I wrote. That when we played it last, when we did like that like long play. I wrote my own like bullet pointed guide for getting to all the points in the optimal order. And I came by that by completing the game. It was about 15 times after we finished like streaming on the various nights, so I could streamline the thing. I played it all on fast mode. Right, let's continue. So we were in London, and we're going to see the person who was like registered as owner of the painting. Right, let's refamiliarise myself with all these bits and bobs.
No answer.
Well, I've just jacked your audio up a bit. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet when the dialogue comes in. That's the most important bit, the dialogue.
It was the intercom system for Madovsky's house. It was a bush, but was it art?
Can we shout on the bloke?
Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Madovsky.
So?
Definitely in England.
We have important business with Mr. Madovsky.
And who the hell might you be?
I'm Nico Collard, and this is my colleague, George Stobbart.
Well, isn't that cozy? Can you count, darling?
Yes, of course.
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business round here. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
Such a delightful chap. Can we just open the gate anyway?
It's locked.
Can you remember, Royalty, did you watch the final episode of the first Broken Sword? Did you get caught up with it on YouTube? Because there was a bit on the train as well. If you remember the British people that were encountered there, then that was when we used to do the point and click night on a Monday when you were working. Can you remember them there? What does she have in our inventory? We have a phone, and you think she would have cleaned the chewing gums? I mean, this is bad habits that's just picked up from George. Clearly, keeping the chewing gum on the ID card.
Ronnie wouldn't have been too pleased to hear that I was chasing after Madovsky. There was no point in calling Georges while he was so close. Showing him my press card would have blown my cover.
Alright, let's try walking up this way. I'm just trying to wiggle the mouse across a little bit to see if there's any points that stand out that we can interact with. Have you said we can't just open the gate and barge in?
The gate's lock was controlled remotely.
Let's just keep
It
buzzing the
was the
intercom.
intercom system for Medovsky's house. I had tried the intercom once already. There was no answer.
I was thinking, just keep trying it. Eventually they'll go mad and they'll come to the door.
He had the typical features of an Englishman who liked beer and football.
Alright, let's go back and see if we can talk to him again.
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
In.
We really need to see Mr. Medovsky about a most important matter.
Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. Get lost.
Oh, we have to like click on and go
Hi,
through it every
guess
time to
who?
try the different options.
What do you want?
Looks like a sprinkler on the ground over. I'm not sure that's a sprinkler or a plant. Maybe we have to set it off.
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
Look, will you stop asking all these blooming questions? Can't you see I'm busy?
Hi, guess who?
What do you want?
Do you work for Mr. Medovsky?
No, I'm standing here pruning his edges for a laugh. Course I blooming work for him. Oh, why are you still here?
Alright, that's all the
Hi,
options.
guess who?
What do you want?
I don't suppose you know Mr. Medovsky's driver, do you?
You really don't know when to give up, do you?
Right, there must be somewhere else we can walk to. We can't fiddle with George, it would appear. So what have we got? We have our ID card. Can we use that? Maybe it's on the gate to...
I couldn't
Need the
pop the
lock.
gate with my press card. The gap was too small.
What about...
No, that would never have worked. It was a bush, but was it art?
Can we throw our ID card into the bush, then ask him to retrieve it?
That wasn't worth trying.
No. So where else can we walk? Can we walk off the frame? Nope. Ah, the one over here.
It was topiary in progress. I never quite understood the appeal of novelty topiary.
That might have opened up
Hi,
a dialogue line with
guess
him.
who?
What do you want?
Nice bush.
Bush? This is so much more than just a bush.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary. And as everybody knows,
Topiary is a transitioned form.
that's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet,
It's not enough, is it?
not for the big questions.
Life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible through meditation, contemplation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a difficult time.
You are welcome, monsieur.
So, anyway, this is my latest piece. What do you think?
It's a very nice... Eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Result. Get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss. You spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality. Real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent.
What's that there? Yeah, I think George is just daydreaming over here. And that chat up line as well. Nice bush.
Anything else you can tell us about Mr. Medovsky's driver?
Not really, miss.
We have important business with Mr. Medovsky.
I need a good reason to bother the boss with this. He's a busy man.
I understand, but I think he'll want to speak with us.
What makes what you have to say so important?
La Maledicció, a painting that belongs to him, has been stolen. If he wants his insurance claim processed quickly, then he'll want to speak with us. I think he might be annoyed if he finds out you never even told him we came around, right?
Okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now. Yeah, Mr. Medovsky? Yeah, the Maledicció. Yeah, insurance. French bird. Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will do. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be open. I'll take you inside.
There we go.
Follow me, please.
What can we interfere with in here?
Mr. Medovsky will be right with you, madame.
Well, we're in. Now what?
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him to talk.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant, George Stobbart.
You are here to discuss La Maledicció, yes?
Correct.
I am surprised to see you. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement has been broken.
A man has been killed, monsieur.
An agreement is an agreement.
My apologies for disturbing you, monsieur, but I'm afraid we must ask you some questions.
So be it. The loss of a painting is nothing compared to the loss of a life. Ask away.
How did you come into possession of La Maledicció?
I purchased it at auction.
We have reason to believe that the theft was an inside job.
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to deal with, but such is human nature. I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure matters will be sorted out soon. Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his gallery to me.
Did you ever meet him personally?
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
This guy seems very dodgy.
Do you have receipts for the painting?
Of course. I have already sent them to your office.
These things take time to process.
What is there to process? I own the painting, someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur. What connection do you have to Vera Security?
I've never heard of it.
There is strong evidence that ties you to Vera Security.
Oh, you are beginning to sound like a policeman, madame.
We are merely doing our jobs, monsieur. We must leave no stone unturned.
I would leave this particular stone unturned, if I were you.
I'd rattled him, but I didn't want to push too hard. Of course, We will check our information again.
I would do that.
Your restorer, how does he fit into all this?
Hobbs. Well, he did a little cleaning work on La Maledicción, that's all. I think that is enough for now. When do you expect the claim to be paid out?
It will not be long, monsieur.
When exactly? Surely you can give me a date.
Monsieur Medovsky, I'm sure you...
Please excuse the interruption, sir.
What is it, Shears?
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm busy.
He mentioned the portfolio, sir.
For pity's sake, can he not just follow simple instructions? Please excuse me for a moment.
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
This is our opportunity to rummage.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera connection. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else can we do?
Let's take a look around. Maybe there's something here we can use against him.
Good idea, George. You search, I'll keep watch at the window.
Right, looks like there's some stuff in the bottom of the cabinet. We'll start there.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions. The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. It was a thank you note from a British politician. Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. A Russian imperial egg. It looked rather plain. See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck.
If you steal it from a mobster, then you'll have broken legs.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869.
We turn the page? No.
It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
Yeah, it doesn't want
It's
to take
like
the
my
business
boss
card, but
said,
has the coin.
the guy wants to be a player.
Medovsky in Libya. Happy days. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
Yeah, I mean, look at his inventory already, and we have. How do you get this? The cockroach in the matchbox through customs, and the knackered biscuits. Not to mention the previous games where he had like the panties and the worm.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly.
That was it. Exactly. Yeah, the dog biscuits, wasn't it, as well in the second one.
It was a Russian privatization voucher.
Right. Anything else before we look at the obvious book on the counter here?
Medovsky had an extensive collection of management books. The 7 Secrets of Leadership, 2009. The Business Bonaparte, 1983. Office Eagle or Management Mouse, 1998.
Oh yeah, he was always slapping his salami around everywhere, wasn't he?
It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box.
Why does this look like it rotates round with pictures?
The catch had snapped.
What do we got? Can we use our nail clippers?
Sadly, the catch would have been too thick to cut with nail clippers.
I was more thinking like using the long bit as a key. All right, let's paperclip it then.
The paperclip just flexed and slipped off the catch.
Right, what else have we got then? The coin.
By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that.
What's this?
Keys are always useful.
And yet he won't take the business card.
Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security.
Anything else? I was trying to say maybe that was like highlightable, that line of text at the back.
Romanovs.
Right, let's back up.
Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Hobbs, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important, I'm sure of it.
Right, let's try this door to see if we can get into his office.
It was locked.
Right, what else could there be to look at in here? We'll try the bookshelves on this side unless he just reads the same dialogue out.
Leather-bound classics. Bought by the yard, no doubt. Nico?
Shh. I'm eavesdropping, George.
Let's keep on hearing Sam in Lord of the Rings. I ain't dropped no heap, sir. Like typewriter as well.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Can we not take the spools, though, and see what was the last thing typed?
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been able to remember the layout of a US keyboard, I might have been able to figure it out.
Close your eyes and type.
ZX. I needed a keyboard for reference.
Use your phone. Nope. Right, where are we going to get a keyboard for reference then? Because George wants to do this the hard way.
The study door's open now. Hear anything else interesting?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like
Really
coppers.
short.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
I'm going to check out the study.
Okay.
Let me guess, is there going to be a keyboard in here? Because he can't use the keyboard on his phone.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls.
This painting seems to be standing out a mile.
The painting reminded me of my Aunt Maud. I'd never liked her. The painting reminded me of my Aunt Maud.
Alright, so we can't interact with it like that. It's the only one on like a dangling hook. And it's not straight.
The drawer was open. My heart skipped a beat. But inside, I saw only a candy bar wrapper. The drawer was open. But inside, these paintings would have kept a critic enraptured for hours, but I didn't have time to dwell.
A little rummage around the desk then. Is this going to make a secret compartment?
The desk was magnificent.
Oh dear. Oh, I've got a pen and paper. Because you know that this is going to be something that we're going to have to... So, are we going to have to write down these? Do you think? Then find a keyboard to translate and then do an anagram. Is that what we're looking at here? Where's my pen? There it is. Right, let's see. Paper. Slide this out. And try and doodle Cyrillic. We've got a one that's shaped like that. We then have an H. We have an S. Kind of an A crossed with a lambda. Then an A, which kind of reminds me of like a Space Invader ship. Kind of a B. A London Underground. E. And a leaking Z.
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge.
What was that, George?
Filthy habit.
Any other hints around here?
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge.
What else we got here? Let's go to the chair.
It was an expensive chair. The ashtray was full of cigarette butts. Romanovs.
Right, what else have we got then in here?
It was my phone, mankind's most treasured possession.
Alright, I suppose what we'll... I don't know, we'll be able to compare this with like my physical keyboard here, maybe.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Right, so this would be numbers across the top here, I'm assuming. Where's my pen? So let's start counting. Find the ones and we'll start counting. Right, so we want this one here. And that is... So that's possibly a U. Right, what's the next one? The next one is an H. Oh, it's right next to it. So that would be a Y. The next one is an S, which is up here. So that'll be 6. There was a number that we had before, wasn't there? Oh, right, the leaking Z, that would be a 7, because that was right at the very end, wasn't it? I'm guessing that would be a 9. Right, what was the next one? Oh, a 1 here. This funny A. Alright, we also have this B here, which will be a 2. My pen's running out. And we have a kind of like No, it's not like this the other way around, isn't it? Actually, we'll find the... Right, hang on. That's 1. That would be a 4. And where is that E-type symbol? Oh, yeah, so it is on the top there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be a 5. So why is there also a Y and a anything? Right, what year was it on that thing? It's 18 something, wasn't it? Back it up. We'll go back to the book.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note.
Oh, right, but I didn't get an 8. But I do have a 6 and a 9. Right, let's just go back and verify what 8 is on the typewriter. I'll see if I've maybe just mixed up a symbol.
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
Oh, 8 is the H at the top. Why did I go for Y? Oh, never mind. Is the Y position got another? Oh, it does. So that means this other shape. This other shape isn't on the top there, so that must be a U then. For that one there. Yep, two H's. There's like multiple 3-type symbols. But I reckon that's going to be the thing, though, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's number 3, isn't it? That other funny symbol. But we need the. I assume we need the 1, 8, and the 6 and the 9. Right, so I need to reset all these possibly. Oops. Oh, so they've already reset. So we want 1, 8. Which one was 6? 6.
A secret drawer popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets.
Yay.
It certainly wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer. Hey, Nico! Come see this!
This is
I
going to
think
get
we've
caught,
struck
aren't they?
gold.
Hang
Should've
on,
grabbed
I'm
it,
coming.
man.
Look, a letter from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see. Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, 1 helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Was just catching us.
Shush! What have we got ourselves into?
This painting it must do
I just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right.
Moments later.
He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Except that you haven't put
Jules,
the coin
the
back.
coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure. Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
Is that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly left quite an impression on Libya. So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love of what you Americans call the greenback.
You must be upset at the theft of La Malediccio.
Yes, and disappointed that someone would kill for such a minor piece.
So this Hobbs guy, good friend of yours, is he?
No, we simply have a business arrangement. We've been through this already. Now please, if you're quite finished, I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs's place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, George.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi!
Short taxi ride later. I love the artwork in this
I
game.
think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
Did a
I
really
guess
good
this
job.
Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
See the pig balloon floating above there.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Malediccio.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Which album cover was it that had the pig floating above the old power station? Because wasn't that the problem, that it got away?
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobbart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobbart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
He's going to try and do an entrapment.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
And you. That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it.
Yeah, let's go rummage through the dumpsters. Royalty style.
The large dumpster was full of garbage. The large dumpster was full of garbage.
Anything else that we can click on? Oh, crikey, look at the state of it.
Slosha.
So we've swiped his whiskey.
Not a sound. The horn wasn't working.
We know we're going to let the handbrake off, haven't we?
I decided to leave the handbrake alone.
Ah,
The handbrake looked ineffective. like all the other safety features. I popped open the van's hood.
You just fill them with this fella's car.
The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the horn hadn't made a noise. Neither horn pipe was connected to either the battery or the cab. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it.
Filled with the wires?
A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn. A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn.
We still have wires in our inventory? No.
It was the van's engine. I didn't really have any reason to sabotage it. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. Many of the wires seemed to lead nowhere.
So are we going to have to reconnect this? Maybe to get him to come out, perhaps?
A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. None of the wires were connected to anything.
We can pick up the junk.
I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
Alright, let's have a look at this this bit over here before we'll try and fiddle with the door next.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Hobbs must have taken the portfolio inside.
Right, let's see if he's got any letters. Come on, pick up the pace, George.
It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out. For a second, I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won. I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful.
Right, let's try the door next. Oh, now we've got to wait for Nico.
I don't think there's anyone home.
There's a light on upstairs.
He'll be busy drinking his paint. His paint water. Yeah, exactly. It's bounty time royalty.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so.
Climb it, George. Why would there be something there?
The drain pipe was more rust than iron.
Alright, let's go back into the engine bay and start fiddling around with the horn.
The engine bay was a mess.
Bit of wire.
I used the wire to join the battery to the horn.
Okay, do I do the other one to the wiring loom?
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Alright, so let's see if this works.
The horn wasn't working. I'd need the keys to start the engine. I had no reason nor any desire to steal Hobbs's van.
Alright, is there more stuff that we can rummage through, maybe?
A pile of paint, wire, and other junk.
Alright, go back to... Oh, hang on, go away from to finish walking. Ebbies? Right, what are we missing? Alright, so that mustn't be the right combination for that then.
That was almost a great idea. Almost. There was already a wire connected to that terminal.
I thought maybe we could like wire it in permanently, so it never stops sounding.
Nope, I needed to try something else. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
But we also need it to power the battery. So we need a third wire then. Alright, actually, is there anything we can use? Because that paper clip ain't going to cut it.
That was never going to work.
Alright. Where else could we steal some wire from? Oh, hang on, there's another picking up icon over here now.
There was nothing else of interest in the junk.
Oh. Nico might have some.
What's up?
The lights are on, but nobody's answering.
Maybe they can't hear you knocking. We could try some other way of attracting their attention.
Cut it in half. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like there's a bit in the middle there as well. Clippers.
I snipped the wire in half.
Do I do it with both?
I'd already cut one wire in half.
Alright, so...
I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
use that for the short.
Nope, I needed to try something else.
Clicking the wrong bit.
The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn.
And then the longer one.
Everything was wired up. The horn had power. I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing in my yard?
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but...
We obviously didn't want to...
That could have gone better.
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
I decided to give it another blast.
Thought I'd go straight in for the cockroach.
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs.
Just thinking about that little bird flying away there. Bad news this afternoon. The little bird, that little injured baby, I think it was an injured baby blackbird, didn't make it this afternoon. I checked on it like multiple times. I'd been feeding it by hand. I'd made all sorts of formula, like chick formula up for it and everything. But unfortunately it was too weak.
Sorry to bother you again, Mr. Hobbs, but this Hobbs guy doesn't exactly like visitors.
There must be some angle we can use to talk our way inside.
Seemed quite happy. Definitely a little baby bird, because every time I offered it food, just the baby, the baby bird thing where the point their head directly open their beaks wide so it can be dropped in.
I decided to give it another blast.
You two again? What is it this time?
Right, have we got anything? Modeling agency letter.
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up. About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best belly-pock floozy.
His best what?
That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
Right, what else have we got here?
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
We picked up a bottle as well, didn't we?
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't take it.
Sorry. I turned the thermostat down again.
Oh, hello and welcome. Yes, we have played through all of the others because we do like a point and click night on Wednesday. So we've done through 1, 2, 3, and 4. If everyone covers their ears momentarily, there's a playlist over there of all the other Broken Sword games so far. It's the final one at the moment.
You! Get down from there, it's private.
Oh, sorry.
It'd be nice if they made... there were sort of like rumours that they might be working on another one. I hope they do, because I really enjoy this series.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years.
Yeah, because it was like the 3D one for that one. Same with the fourth one. It was slightly different like mechanics for how you interface with it. But this one, of course, back to like normal point and click.
Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams.
Yeah, that's what I originally played it on as well, on the original Xbox. And Broken Swords 1 and 2 I played originally on the original PlayStation.
The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
Let's see, can we turn... We're probably going to have to get this fella drunk, aren't we?
I didn't want to play around with the negligee. Those days are long gone. But I wondered who it did belong to.
George not wanting to play with... Has he given up on his panty-carrying days?
Hi, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to take a look at some of your pictures. You're very good.
I know, and that portfolio is private. I'm not paying you to gawp around my studio. Get your blooming clothes off!
Sorry.
Right, what have we got here then? Let's have a look at the bottles.
A variety of liquor bottles, all empty.
Can we top him up with this one, maybe?
It didn't seem quite right.
It was off written directly. Oops, clicking the wrong bit.
How about a top-up, Mr. Hobbs?
Thanks, but I've already got a glassful.
Right, so not that just yet.
Hey, I'm still drinking that.
What's that variety here? You just want. I bet you wish it was really Andre here, though. Royalty. Let's go behind the screen. My finger is poised over the bouncy button.
My! If it isn't George Stobbart.
Lady
Oh,
Piermont.
no.
Oh, my. You're...
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way.
She's lurking behind the screens there. And what was that one now? I just missed at the top there as well. That's right. There was a. I've seen pictures of the DS port. But yeah, I've forgotten to put it on. Put it on that one as well.
Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Right, now let's fiddle with the dial and see if he complains, because she might complain back.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
All right, we'll be able to get upstairs
I
now,
turned the
'cause
thermostat up as
noise.
far as it would go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Right, let's have another look at the fuse box then before we try anything else.
I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
So you think back to the first game, he fixed the pub wiring. It was like a paper clip or something like that he put over, bridged the fuse.
Oi, Yank! I can hear you on those stairs again. Get down!
Sorry. If I was going to take a look up there, I'd have to do something about those squeaky stairs.
Right, what have we got? Not sure we have anything just yet. Let's have a... Let's go back over here and see if we can get any more information out of her before we continue.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Maledicción?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. Shh. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod, and I'm putty in your hands.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
You like her royalty.
I was sure she didn't want to see it.
Pardon me. Gotta show her the cockroach.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
For a biscuit.
Could I tempt you with a cookie, Lady Piermont?
You could tempt me with many things, George, but a half-eaten rich tea is not one of them.
She wouldn't want to see it. What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
Would you like a sniff of this?
I'd rather not. Gives me 70s flashbacks.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
I think that's going to be the default answer for the majority of these items.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much.
Let's just skip
How
those
about a
if we-
shot of
it's
this,
just gonna be
Lady
the same.
Piermont?
Oh, no, dear. I don't touch the stuff. Reminds me of husband number 5. Or was it 6? Terrible bore, anyway. I'm strictly a gin girl. Ice and a slice and a whiff of tonic.
Alright, that's all the dialogue lines for that. Right, so what are we going to do? We need to do something with the wiring, obviously. Keep on coming back to it. What have we got that we can we throw the coin into it and short it out?
That wasn't worth trying.
Let's see, his glass looks empty. Let's try and see if we can top him up, maybe. Do we have to maybe put something else
How about a
into
top
it?
up, Mr. Hobbs?
Don't mind if I do.
What's up there? Try the. Try
I
the
had no
switch
need
again.
to walk out onto the balcony. I'd better not touch the thermostat again.
Alright, let's just see if there's anything else we can Like stool. What do we get from the stool?
I didn't need to sit. It was time for action.
Oh, try turn the stereo on to see if we can increase the power a bit. Well, the power consumption. There's a switch there for the little lift as well, but we can't get up the stairs to use it. It would seem at the minute. Right.
I turned the volume up a few notches.
I got a really bad feeling. I have to do this bit with just the subtitles. Right, so there's nothing else there. Yeah, this is definitely would have been copyrighted. Let's see if we can talk to him again there. Oh, hang on. With that music playing, you might not be able to hear us squeaking. All right, he's got quite a few lines of dialogue there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and turn that record player off. We'll come back over and we'll listen to what he has to say, just so that I can turn the game audio back on. There we go. Let's see what he has to say again there.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
I hear you did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris?
I might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the pain in every brushstroke.
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
You know Medovsky?
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
So, what's in the folder that you're so touchy about?
Little boys should keep their noses out of other people's business. Understand?
Totally.
I have got my eye on you, pal.
Yeah, about this naked, sprawling...
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
No, it's just...
First time? Little embarrassed? Well, if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a saying in the Stobbart family. If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on. But I thought you were a restorer, but you're working on this painting from scratch.
Well, yeah. Look, some clients want a painting that they don't own, restored from scratch, if you know what I mean.
Forgeries.
No, I don't.
Don't worry, sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
How long have you been using Lady Piermont as a model?
Using her? I can't get rid of her.
Mr. Hobbs, meet Trevor.
Who's Trevor?
My cockroach. Take a look.
Difficult childhood, eh? Well, don't take it out on me.
Unfazed.
Cookie, Mr. Hobbs?
Don't mind if I do. Rich tea. No bourbons.
Afraid not.
Jammy Dodgers.
Sorry.
Stroopwafel.
No, it's just the way I walk. Showing that to Hobbs wasn't going to get me anywhere. Showing that to Hobbs wasn't going to get me anywhere.
I had a bourbon with my cup of tea this afternoon.
Showing that to Hobbs wasn't going to get... Showing that... It's a little musty in here. Do you mind if I spray some of this around?
Brett! Good lord, man! Put it away! It'll strip the paint off my canvas!
Oh, I love custard creams.
Hobbs wouldn't want to see it. Showing that to Hobbs was not a good idea. I have a letter for you, Mr. Hobbs.
From the model agency. Bane in my life, models. Speaking of which, why have you still got your clothes on?
Oh, I was going back to top up the thing.
How about another whiskey?
Thanks, but I've already got a glassful.
Alright, let's try and pressure him one more time about the
Excuse
the
me,
painting.
Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
Tell me more about La Malédiction.
Why all the interest in that picture? We're not at the Slade now, Sonny Jim.
Are you sure you won't talk about Medovsky?
Are you deaf? I already told you to drop the subject.
Alright, and that'd probably just be the same dialogue for us. Alright, let's, for royalty...
Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen.
Oh, I was going to say, let's see if we can get him to go behind the screen for royalty. Alright, let's go back over to the record player. I'm going to mute the game audio. So back to subtitles now. Right, let's exit here. See if we can get up the stairs now. There we go. Now, can we get through the door, or is this button just waiting to be pressed? Locked. See, if that platform's up here, and that's a hydraulic one, releasing it shouldn't really use much power. Right, so we need to do something more to drain some juice. Going up should use a lot more juice, though. Right, let's drop it down just in case I need it in the down position. Right, so can we? What else can we do to fiddle with the electrics? Let's go back down and talk to the crazy lady and see see if she has like any extra lines, maybe. Get her to stand on the lift. Right, what's she going to do? Yep, we'll ask the lift then. Alright, so she's now in the lift. Actually, 2 seconds. Actually, we'll save the game just as we're going here. And I wonder... Go to options, audio. I take that down to nothing. Ah. There we go. I wasn't sure if that was going to be classed as music or a sound effect. I'll have my finger poised just in case. At least we can hear the dialogue, that's the important thing.
Oh, not again.
To the portfolio. Ah. Right, I think we're going to have to maybe damage.
I was too late to catch a look at the portfolio.
Right, oh, hang on, we just got an achievement there, Water of Life of the bottle there. And can we set it on fire? Because we love arson.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Nope. We don't really have any tools that could weaken that stool, do we? Maybe we could spray the bottle on it to make it slippy on top.
That wasn't worth trying.
Nope. What else have we got? Try the whiskey bottle on it.
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Yeah, just keep feeding them alcohol like what we did in to the other fella in the second game. The art critic fella, I can't remember his name now. The big guy we were talking to last week.
How about another whiskey?
That's smashing. Pour away.
She's just standing there, just quite happy there. Alright, let's go back up and press the button whilst he's swaying away there. Actually, what we'll do is maybe just stop at the top of the stairs because we just want to watch them taking a swig. There we go. He storms off to the plug. Oh, he's swaying a bit. Oh, maybe he just stays up there for ages. I was standing there waiting. Maybe he was going to fall off. Right, let's wait for him to stagger back and see if he takes another drink. Or is he just going to sway? Right, let's just press the button anyway. Right, click on the portfolio. Let's see if we can make it this time. I wonder, like, Nico's sitting here, and I wonder what she's going through her head watching all of this.
Now was my chance.
Carry on. Maybe we could have knocked him off the stool. Oh dear. Let's just have a look through here. Yeah, just as well I've turned the screen off. This one's alright, you can see that one.
Well, it wasn't La Maledictio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private Dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Maledictio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more. I've got nought to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serpent is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext. A lot of symbols.
Why would anyone want to steal La Maledizio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
Evening, JD. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to switch the water around a little bit here. Oh, sounds like the bottle was crying out there.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Maledizio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask him about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
A short flight later. Alright, so we're back at the map here now. But actually, I don't know, JD, if there's anything in the back end that would actually tell me. I know that there's a list of the redeems. I suppose I could count them up, and we'll see. I'll try and calculate how many eggs have been used on the on potions. But yeah, exactly, Royalty. We don't call him the Squeaky Bottle King for nothing. But what I think I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to save the game. Oh, we're only 30% through the game. I'm going to save it there, and that is, I think, a good place to leave it today, because we've now completed London, and we're now back to Paris. It looks like we have a few more places to visit. What's this one here? Oh, that's that woman's apartment. That's the gallery where we're going. We've got the Vera Security. I've got Nico's apartment there. So that's where we'll leave it for today, and we'll pick up again with them next week. So let's press the magical button. Actually, let's press this other button first, because we all like the pictures. Right, we will now, once that expires from the screen, we will now press the other magic button. Okay. Alright, the web browser window is open back there. Right, let's just go back to the main menu for the game. Before I forget, I'm just going to go back into the audio settings and just put that music back up a tiny bit for next week. Back to the main menu, exit game. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. Right, let's have a look and see who is online tonight. What have we got? We have tonight Angry Joe playing board games, although the thumbnail's a completely blank screen, so I don't know if he's maybe just starting or just ending. We have Ashens playing, says Battle Axe. But same again, it's a blank thumbnail. I wonder if I need to refresh the page. We have the Jam Man playing Farming Simulator. Or we have Vault playing Minecraft. So where would you like to get your bonus eggs from tonight? And whilst you're thinking about that, I'm going to bring up Discord because... Oh, hang on, it's Thursday tomorrow, isn't it? So tomorrow, we have a special stream tomorrow night. Fingers crossed it goes all right, because tomorrow we are playing... well, that's what we're playing. We are building a Lego Wally. I don't know if... I don't know if we will finish the build, because we haven't done one of these before. I know there's like one of the Star Wars channels that I watch. When he builds Lego in streams, it can be like 10-15 parts. I don't think Wally's going to be that way though. He builds like the 600 quid Millennium Falcon sort of thing. So it's no wonder that one takes like weeks. But we'll see how it goes. What could possibly go wrong? I'm looking forward to the Lego Wally. If I had the time, I would go and get my Wally figures out of storage, because I've got like the proper models of them all. Because like years ago, when I got like the Lego one, I was going to do like a whole series of like reviews and unboxings back when my YouTube channel used to be an unboxing channel. What's that? That's cheating, royalty. Buying them so that you could build them. But we do have, it is on the Discord there, we have, is it 39 or 49 sets? Hang on, I'm going to have to go, I think it was in general chat. Well, that's not helpful. Where is it? I didn't put a number. Either way, there's a big list in chat there, so you can have a little bit of think about which ones to do. I know that when we eventually do the Helicarrier, that one will be spanned over multiple streams for the Shield Helicarrier. The same as we have a Lord of the Rings one as well. That one will probably, I think given the scale of that one might be 3 streams all on its own. But we'll deal with that. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I've got to rearrange all the cameras because I had like a side view camera. I'm debating whether or not to bring in, because I use 2 lights. I'm debating whether or not to maybe bring in one of my studio lights for tomorrow. See how it goes, because they're really bulky, and when I'm sitting under them for hours at a time, the studio lights tend to make me sick because of the frequency that they're at. So I try to avoid using them if I can. But anyway, we picked Volts because he hasn't been streaming at the time that we've been ending for it must be a couple of weeks. So we'll go over and see what Mischief Volts is up to. And I'm on the wrong menu. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.
Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.